DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it's a lunch break vlog. Yeah, what am I going to talk about? Different things. I guess maybe first thing would be the first part of a rant. Yeah, well, kind of a rant. Yeah, a rant. Um, Early this year, early December, sorry, so last year, I was contacted by our phone company with a super duper offer. And it was a good offer, and it still is a good offer. I was paying for my internet and they came and phone, cell phone and house phone, and they came over with the offer that would be the same price, but I would have, for as far as the phone was concerned, calls North America and all the Swiss phones, be it cell phones of every type, and anyway, everything, basically everything. Calls to Europe and so on would be included. Television was going to be the full package that we can get here, so to say, with the video on demand and so on, and throw in my cell phone and 3 of those boxes for different televisions, and and it just was about, well, everything was in there, and it was fiber optic with 5 times the speed that I had now, which of course I don't need that much, but it was all there, and it came out to the same price as I was paying now. So I said yes. So they told me, okay, then what we need is to have somebody come one day and they'll install the fiber optic box, and that'll be it. Okay, great. Then I got a phone call. They said, this was a week before Christmas, and they said to me, wouldn't you like to have your television changed over already on Christmas, on the 25th? And I said, well, sure, why not? Well, that is exactly what happened. The television offer started almost on Christmas, but I lost my connection to internet, and I lost my landline. Oh goodness, because they needed the at least the way it was connected, and in the order procedure, it was supposed to be with fiber optics. Well, I was over 3 hours, like 2 times an hour and a half, with help desk. They just couldn't get it to work anymore from their side. And they said, well, it's Christmas. I said, yeah, I know it's Christmas, and you guys made me the offer for Christmas. Well, to make story short, on the 4th of January, my internet came back normally, the old way. I guess they realized that they had to patch it up somehow. And the phone came back 2 days ago. So that's it. I was managing to use internet using my cell phone, so my iPhone, as the router. But that was it. I mean, that was really basically, we were out of, we had no landline for that period. You know something? It was pretty good. There was no telemarketing, and people that really needed to get us, I mean, those that, so to say, counted, knew my cell phone number. So finally, I wonder if it was such a bad thing. Anyway, now that's back. I'm going to have to go and complain, though, because I do not want to pay for services that I didn't get. And even the television, we were not getting the HD stations until they put us on the fiber optic, which doesn't make much sense, actually, because it would have been possible as far as the bandwidth was concerned. Anyway, so that was my rant, and I will be getting to, like I say, I will go and complain and see what I can get for reparation. What else? Well, coming up soon is that trip to London, and I have been looking into it for Mrs. DC. I managed actually to find the details of where the stage door is, and people who have put their own experience in blogs. Mrs. DC was overjoyed to see that there were other mature ladies that were extreme fans, I should call that, extreme fans of Colin Morgan. And that is going to be, I think, quite an experience. I really, really, really do hope that we'll manage to see him and get an address for her. I think it'll be one of the high points of her life. My goodness. Anyway, but that should be a good trip. And also, I'm going to try and organize, I think I said that the last time, a visit with old friends in Oxford when we were there at that time. Yeah. Anything else? Well, I guess that's it for the moment. I mean, right now I'm reading for the umpteenth time Travels with Charlie from John Steinbeck. I like to read the book about once a year. I like the things it brings out. The book was written, I think, you see, I've read it so many times and I still have to think. I think it was written in 61 or something like that. Anyway, early 60s. There's something written here I really find funny because he's going around America, of course, and then he's going on about saying how things are all the same, you know. Where is it? Doesn't that always happen to you when you want to try and find something? He's going on about how things were, here it is, he said about rest stops and restaurants and so on. He says, everything that can be captured and held down is sealed in clear plastic. The food is oven fresh, spotless and tasteless, untouched by human hands. I remembered with an ache certain dishes in France and Italy, touched by innumerable hands, human hands. I mean, he's going on actually about, you know, how, I mean, this is the 60s, you know, about how everything had been standardized. There was the same news everywhere, the same music everywhere, the same food everywhere. And it's funny because, you know, now, I think in many parts of the world, they're going back to, we could almost call it back to the earth, ethnocentric, you know, like, oh, we serve local food and so on. And what he was saying, though, about France and Italy, well, Italy may be less, but in France, it's becoming exactly like that. You get in a rest stop in France, and it is the most boring and the most, I mean, it's yucky food. Everybody talks about how good French food is. Well, a lot has changed in the main line. If you want to really, really get good stuff, often you have to pay a fortune now, even in France. Yeah, it's funny though. The 60s, and we are like 50 years later, and people could say maybe the same thing, you know, everything seems the same. You know, with the internet, the world has become a small place. We all go on Facebook. What did I read somewhere? Like that there was like 21% of the world was on Facebook. I don't know if that makes any real sense, but anyway, we do know that it's enormous numbers. And so if you take what Steinbeck was saying in the 60s and put it into the digital world, this is what's happening. Are we all becoming bland? I hope not. Let's try and be a little bit crazy, I guess, and that way we will not all be bland. People are jogging around here actually right now, and I can see a few of the guys jogging, and he's still nevertheless looking at the guy who's using that funny camera. Oh well. I guess that'll be all. DC will be signing off. I'll be back to you. I'm going to have to now go back that I have my internet and start going and looking over at videos again, answering comments. Yeah, actually there's a bit of work there. But it's going to be good to be really online again and not dependent on my cell phone and so on. Okay, DC will be signing off. Take care, and hope you are all nice and warm. As you can see here, no snow.